In the frozen expanse of the Arctic, resilience is not a choice. It is a biological mandate, a war against the void. Here, temperatures frequently plummet to -50 degrees Celsius. For months on end, the sun never rises above the horizon. To survive in this lightless world, life has evolved strategies that seem more like science fiction than natural history. Every creature here is a biological miracle, a survivor of a landscape that wants them dead. This is the ultimate countdown. Prepare to enter the heart of the freeze. We begin our descent into the world's most resilient 10. Number 10. The Arctic hare. Don't let its fragile appearance fool you. This is a muscular powerhouse. Reaching speeds of 64 kilometers per hour, it can bound 10 feet in a single leap to evade death. Its multi-layered coat is a masterpiece of thermal engineering, trapping air to create an impenetrable heat barrier. Its teeth are specialized tools, designed to pull nutrition from the very heart of the permafrost. Its feet act as natural snowshoes, distributing its weight to glide over the drifts while predators sink and fail. In the worst blizzards, these solitary creatures form massive huddles, a collective shield against the killing wind. In the Arctic, standing still is a skill. Camouflage is the difference between survival and the end. But the hare is only the beginning. The resilience required deep beneath the ice is even more extreme. Number 9. The beluga whale. Known as the canary of the sea, it thrives where others would be crushed. Lacking a dorsal fin, they possess a tough ridge to break through the ice, ensuring they never lose access to oxygen. 40% of their body mass is blubber. It is a biological furnace that keeps them alive in 0-degree water. Their unfused neck vertebrae give them unique agility, allowing them to scan for breathing holes in the shifting ice maze. They communicate in a complex language of clicks and whistles, a social lifeline in a lightless world. A mother beluga whale swimming protectively alongside her dark gray calf in the icy depths. Every summer, they return to the shallows to molt, shedding old skin against the river stones in a ritual of renewal. But from the depths of the sea, we must move to the endless plains of the tundra, where endurance is everything. Number 8. The reindeer. The ultimate endurance athletes, embarking on the longest land migration on Earth. They travel up to 5,000 kilometers every year, a relentless march through some of the planet's harshest terrain. In winter, their hooves harden and shrink, transforming into biological ice picks to reach hidden food. They are the only deer species where both sexes grow antlers, used as vital shovels in the desperate search for fuel. Their eyes literally change color to enhance their vision during the dark months, a biological shift for survival. A specialized heat exchange in their nose warms the freezing air before it ever reaches their lungs. In the herd there is safety, but the journey never ends. They are the nomads of the absolute zero. From the travelers of the plains, we return to the titans of the shore, where mass meets the cold. Number 7. The walrus. A titan of the ice that can manipulate its own biology to endure the deep freeze. In the deep cold, they shunt blood away from their skin, turning white to protect their life-sustaining core. Their tusks are more than weapons. They are essential ice picks for 3,000-pound giants. They can dive for over 30 minutes, searching the seafloor for clams in the pitch-black Arctic waters. With hundreds of highly sensitive whiskers, they can feel their way through the lightless ocean floor. They huddle in thousands, a collective fortress of blubber that defies the biting Arctic wind. They are the guardians of the ice, survivors of a world where water can kill in minutes. But as we look higher, we find the ghosts of the tundra, predators that rule the light and the dark. Number 6. The snowy owl, a silent ghost that thrives in the 24-hour sun of the Arctic summer. Unlike other owls, they are active by day, a necessary adaptation for the land of the midnight sun. They are the heaviest owls in North America, their weight coming from a thick armor of down and feathers. Even their toes are feathered, preventing heat loss to the frozen ground they call home. Their lives are tied to the lemming, eating over 1,600 of these small creatures every single year. They are nomads of the north, traveling thousands of miles to find food when the tundra turns barren. They can survive for months on a single meal, a testament to their incredible patience and resilience. But from the ghosts of the air, we dive back into the lightless deep to the unicorns of the sea. Number 5. The narwhal, a creature of mystery that never leaves the high Arctic, even in the dead of winter. They dive over 1,500 meters into the crushing dark, 15 times a day, every single day. To navigate this lightless world, they use a sophisticated sonar, a biological flashlight that cuts through the deep. Their bodies are engineered to collapse under pressure, a biological miracle that allows them to survive the deep. The tusk is actually a tooth, filled with millions of nerve endings that sense changes in the very water they breathe. They live in a world of shifting ice, a life spent in a race for air in a frozen, lightless prison. They are the masters of the winter deep, the final word in aquatic resilience. But as we return to the land, we find the champion of insulation, a master of the temperature drop. Number 4. The Arctic fox, the warmest mammal on Earth built to endure the absolute extremes. Its fur density is 4 times that of its red relatives. It doesn't even begin to shiver until -50 degrees. A complex heat exchange system in its legs ensures its paws stay above freezing without draining its core warmth. Their dens are multi-generational fortresses, some over a century old, providing a sanctuary from the killing wind. They are the ultimate opportunists, following polar bears for miles across the ice to scavenge what the titans leave behind. In summer, they transform, shedding their white armor for a brown coat that blends into the moss and stone. They are the stoic survivors of the tundra, masters of making the most of a world with nothing. But the fox's provider is also its greatest threat. The king of the ice is our next titan. Number 3. The polar bear, the world's largest land carnivore and a specialist in the fat-first economy. Protected by 4 inches of blubber, their insulation is so effective they actually fear overheating in the freeze. Their fur isn't white. It's clear and hollow, a biological greenhouse that directs warmth to their black skin. Their giant paws allow them to walk on thin ice that would shatter under anything else. They are the masters of the shift. They can swim for days without stopping, a marine mammal that has conquered the most hostile water on Earth. They are the masters of patience, waiting for hours in the silence for a single chance to survive another week. Without the ice, the king has no throne. They are the living embodiment of the Arctic's fragile resilience. But from the king of the ice, we find a relic of the ancient past, a survivor of the Ice Age. Number 2. The musk ox, a living relic of the Pleistocene, roamed the earth with mammoths and survived them all. Their underwool is 8 times warmer than sheep's wool. It is an ancient armor that no wind can penetrate. When threatened, they do not flee. They form an impenetrable wall of fur and bone, a fortress of pure resilience. They conserve energy by slowing their heart and metabolism to a crawl, waiting out the winter in a state of stasis. Every spring, they shed their precious kiviet, a biological gift left on the tundra as they transition to the sun. They are the guardians of the tundra, survivors of an age that has long since passed into legend. But the ultimate miracle isn't found in mass or fur. It's found in a creature that dies and returns. Number 1. The wood frog, the biological miracle that defies the very definition of life and death. It stops breathing. Its heart stops beating. It becomes a frog sickle for 8 months of every year. Ice forms between its muscle layers and encases its heart and brain. In any other creature, this is the end. A massive surge of glucose and urea acts as a natural antifreeze, flooding its cells to prevent dehydration. For 240 days, it remains in a state of living death, a biological clock paused in the freeze. When spring arrives, it thaws from the inside out. The heart restarts, the blood flows, and life returns. Within hours of thawing, it is hopping, feeding, and breeding, a resurrection that defies the impossible. It is the ultimate survivor, a master of a world that forces life to invent its own rules. In the Arctic, resilience is the only currency. These 10 masters of the freeze prove that life knows no bounds. From the speed of the hare to the depth of the beluga, the endurance of the reindeer, and the grit of the walrus. The mystery of the narwhal, the warmth of the fox, the power of the bear, the age of the muskox, and the miracle of the frog. If you were amazed by these masters of survival, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to join our community of explorers. And if you want to support more deep dives into nature's extremes, hit the thanks button below. It helps us keep exploring. Until next time, stay curious, stay bold, and stay resilient. This is the heart of the North.